Hello and welcome back to my channel. Daniele Bartis here from London, and today we will discuss trade shows. If you already watched any of my videos, you will know by now that this channel is to support emerging designers, small brands, new designers, future designers, fashionistas, fashion people, and whoever is interested in probably creating a product or building a fashion brand, like the name of my channel, or work in fashion and be aware of the software you need to know, what do you need to be capable of to do something all fashion related. So in today's episode we will talk about trade shows, and one of the biggest, probably the biggest trade show in Europe is TRANOI. TRANOI is in Paris, and I've been there many times, not as an exhibitor, as a fashion person curious to visit the place, to see if it's worth it, to see how many people go, how many stores, shops, boutiques are traveling to go to Paris to see and buy products from this incredible trade show. Okay, so TRANOI is normally divided in 3 different locations in Paris, very central, and yes, it's not 5 minutes walk, but they are kind of very close to each other, so it's not going to be difficult to go from a place to another. However, it takes so much time to visit them, and what I've noticed is that buyers are coming in straight to the exhibitor that probably they've bought stuff before, and they are going back to the same, obviously, brand. So TRANOI can be a great opportunity to exhibit your products. However, bear in mind the cost of a show like that, which could go probably, for a medium space, it could cost around 6,000 to 8,000 pounds. So probably in euros would be 9,000 euros or so for a medium size. A smaller size would cost less, and the bigger size, of course, will cost much more. And from my experience, they don't have, or I remember they didn't have a lot of small places for independent new designers. And sometimes I totally understand that affording a show like this can be very challenging for the cash flow of independent brands. And on the other side, it's something that can go really well for you, or can go like in a way that you don't really make enough sales to having the show paid by your products from your selling. And it could be quite challenging at the beginning, because often buyers might go straight to the suppliers they normally have sold in their stores, boutique, etc. And they might not have the time or the, let's say, the possibility to inquire with new designers, emerging designers. Even if you have an amazing product, it doesn't mean that you will go to TRANOI and you will sell like crazy. So it's really challenging and can be quite difficult to be there and not to sell your product, but you have to be prepared to the fact that it might happen, because we can't really know what is going to be happening in during the show, if people will buy your product, if people will trust you, if people will trust you will be able to deliver your product with the same quality they have seen on the samples. Okay, so TRANOI is not the only show in Paris. There is another show which is called Who's Next, to which I've been as well, visiting the stands, visiting designers, looking at the products they were exhibiting to have myself an idea of which show would be better for my brand. Okay, so my favorite one has been, I mean, if I would choose now, I wouldn't choose Who's Next, I would choose TRANOI, because I did find TRANOI a bit more luxury, a bit more I'm talking about luxury not because I am a snob person, because that's what I do, that's what I've been brought up in my career. That's what I always been working for, luxury. But I mean, the luxury word is more, it's sometimes kind of overused and abused. I mainly design quality products, and of course they belong to the luxury category. But you know, of course, I would like to do slightly, not slightly, more affordable and more commercial products to embrace more customers and sell more internationally. However, my suggestion is for you to, before you apply, before you choose which show you will eventually pick for your brand, I would invite you to visit them, and of course as a visitor, and to feel the shows, to have an idea before you pick the show that it might not be your cup of tea. Bear in mind, shows like TRANOI are very, very there is another show we will talk about now, but is in London. So going back to TRANOI, bear in mind there are millions of designers from all over the world hoping to be selected by TRANOI to exhibit and sell their products. So bear in mind the competition is really, really, really high. And from my experience, to be at TRANOI, you have to have something that they don't have, something they could eventually have, but you will need to have probably something a bit more niche-y, a bit more like a niche, an American niche. So try to look at the exhibitors, try to see if your brand would sit nicely alongside the other brands. Try to see if your product is kind of in line with TRANOI. And bear in mind, TRANOI is not a place for over experimental stuff. TRANOI, to me, it's a place for products. So buyers go there, they find the products, they believe they will be sellable in their stores, boutiques, etc. And that's how it works. I don't remember I've seen many experimental designers. I've seen quite a few commercial with strong DNA products, brands, selling really, really, really well, especially the brands that are, kind of slightly more affordable. I saw them, I know a few, of course, working in fashion all my life. I know many brands, many owners, many designers, and I've seen them selling really well. So TRANOI, it's a great place to be. Now it's time to talk about another show, which is Scoop. I'm based in London, so United Kingdom, and Scoop, it's another place probably to be. And of course I've visited Scoop. Okay, so what I remember from my visit at Scoop London, I remember I've seen quite a few interesting designers. I remember I've met the incredible, very nice team of Gwen Stefani with the brand, Gwen Stefani's brand, and that was quite a few years ago. And I remember at the time I visited Scoop, frankly it was very empty. Designers from, of course, from mostly I would say from UK, but like I said, Gwen Stefani from US with a brand, beautiful stuff, but not much of buyers around. And the thing with Scoop is, of course, it's not particularly affordable to go to Scoop. But if I compare Scoop with TRANOI, there is no comparison in between, because TRANOI, it's a place that is super known in Europe for buyers. It's a place where people really go. It's a place full of buyers. I'm not trying to destroy Scoop. I love Scoop, but I wish they could have had the same attraction that TRANOI or Who's Next have in Paris. And as well, we will touch base very soon on different other shows or trade shows that you can go in Europe. Like for example in Italy there are a few. So please subscribe and help me to grow this channel, support me so I can then support independent designers, small brands, independent brands, fashionistas, fashion people, people that are, you know, in love with fashion, and they would like to start learning fashion design and all the software, all the things you need to know, etc, etc. So your help is paramount. So subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in one of my next episodes, and of course about building a fashion brand. Thank you. Bye.